Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a review of Ms. Marvel, the season finale review. I'll put the title up of the review here. I mean of the, not the review, of the title of the episode here. Okay, so this review is hard for me because it was a very nearly perfect season finale. And I've been going through the tags to see what everyone's saying. Well, not personally. A co-mod of mine on MCU fandoms hate people of color. MCU fandom hates people of color. It's one of my blogs. My co-mod, Lena, went through and was reblogging a bunch of stuff. And I've been looking through it, and it's like... It's... Basically, I really feel that the fact that people didn't care about the show, that I feel like people didn't care about the show until Captain Marvel or Carol Danvers shows up, and I think that's really messed up. Like, people showed up for WandaVision, they showed up for Loki, and technically both are dead now in the main MCU universe. And like, they showed up for Moon Knight, even though we don't know when Moon Knight's going to come back. They showed up for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though it's going to be almost 2 years between the actual Falcon and the Winter Soldier show and Captain America 4. So, like, I mean, that's a pretty hefty gap. And then Hawkeye, who I was never interested in, but I only watched it for Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, like, a lot of people started watching it for Hawkeye, which I was never really very invested in Hawkeye. But I watched it for Kate Bishop because I thought she was cool. So yeah, just in general, I don't know why so many people waited for Carol Danvers to show up to get invested in the show. So I was very frustrated with that. Another thing that I hate about the fandom is how many people are shipping Bruno and Kamran instead of focusing on Kamala's love interest. Like, I'm not saying you can't ship Bruno and Kamran. I'm just saying that this hyperfixation on Bruno Kamran ship goes back to the fetishizing of gay men and dude slash in general in fandom. And like, I could do whole videos on the fandom dramas that I've seen. Like, don't get me wrong, but why aren't people more eager to ship not get Kamala or Kamala Zoe? Like, in general, like, where's the femme slash, you know? Especially for this show, like, Zoe is gay in the comics. And she comes out to Nakia because she has a crush on her. And so, like, why aren't people shipping Kamala and Zoe, Nakia Kamala, Nakia Zoe? Why aren't they doing that? You know, like, why are they focusing just on the boys? It's frustrating. We need more Kamala-centric shipping people. But okay, let's talk about the really outstanding parts of this finale. The support that the family gives Kamala once they learn. The whole telling the family when Kamala stands up and is trying to tell the family, and then she finds out that her Ami, which is mom, already told them. The family already knew is just the tip of the iceberg. Mom and Dad Khan, or Ami and Abu Khan, show up and are supportive of Kamala at the high school showdown, which, that support, they're cheering her on. I thought that was great. But also, there's the fact that Abu gives Kamala her superhero name because of what Kamala means in Urdu. It means Marvel. And I can't remember what Kamala means in Arabic, but it means something good in Arabic too. And then Muniba, which is the Ami, the mom, sending Amir to look after Kamala when they're at the high school, that was adorable. Like, yes, she's a superhero, but she still needs her older brother to watch over her. It's hilarious. Number two, the showdown between Damage Control and Kamala and Friends was an amazing segment. Okay, now for this, I have to actually, okay, so I need to pull up I needed to pull up the tweet, so I needed to pause it, and, so the tweet is by Kim Tran, but I'm Kim Tran. Okay, so what is propaganda? It's Disney's Ms. Marvel showing us the NYPD. Okay, it's not NYPD, it's Jersey City. Protecting a Pakistani girl when in reality the NYPD settled a suit in 2018 because it surveilled 20 mosques, 14 restaurants, 11 stores, 2 schools, and 2 Muslim student groups in New Jersey alone. Why would the NYPD be surveilling New Jersey? First of all, I'm gonna be nitpicky because yes, in the show, I'm gonna definitely put up this tweet right here. Yes, in the show they have the local police, which should be Jersey City police. They were definitely supportive of the kids, and they were trying to stop Damage Control. But Damage Control, like in this situation, is a stand-in for the Homeland Security agency and also the FBI. They were very much fulfilling that role of the man. You know, like there was another post talking about how anti the man Ms. Marvel was. And I thought that was a good thing to point out. It's more nuanced than this tweet that I have up here is making it sound like it is. Then it's just more nuanced. It really is. Okay, so like Damage Control lady, when it's clear that there's people showing up to record live stream support the kids that are trapped in the high school. She still brings out this like sonic boom type thing situation, and it's the kind of thing that I've seen at protests before, and like, yeah, the kids are doing like Home Alone style shenanigans and stuff, and holding up in a high school, which is public property, but like honestly they didn't hurt anybody, and Damage Control in this instance is literally using drones. Since I don't remember which episode it was, they were using drones against Kamala and following her with drones pretty early on in the show. And so like the militarization of the FBI, this local PDs and stuff is very much a problem. And so like I think it's more nuanced than just propaganda. I don't think I think it is partly propaganda because obviously the local PD in the show was standing up to the Damage Control agency, but it's just more nuanced. It's not that black and white. It really isn't. It's not like Brooklyn Nine-Nine where they're clearly trying to get you to root for cops, and that's like the entire intent of the show. Like they do show corruption, they do show racism, prejudice, homophobia in cops, and they even have an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Terry is racially profiled, and it's not until he says he's a cop that he's let go. And like they decide, like I can't remember what the resolution is to that issue, but like the whole show is propaganda. It's not as clear cut. It's more clear cut in Brooklyn Nine-Nine that the entire thing is propaganda because it's making you sympathetic to cops in general. And in Ms. Marvel, she's very clearly, Damage Control is very clearly a government agency, and like I said, standing in for Homeland Security, standing in for the FBI, and it's just not that clear cut. That this tweet makes it sound like it's so clear cut, and it's really not. So I just wanted to cover that. But so going back to my script, because I was going off of that tweet. I hesitate to say that it's completely anti-cops, because I think at one point they showed the actual regular cops being against the damage control. Okay, I went over that. Anyways, in a post-Uvalde world, we know that kids can't rely on cops to protect them, especially brown kids at school. Okay, like we literally have footage now of the cops standing around getting hand sanitizer while the kids are getting shot in another room. Okay, so like, it's a problem. And like, I just in general thought I had this pit in my stomach when I saw Kamran using his powers against damage control and the cops and stuff. But then Kamala gets in between the cops and Kamran and protects Kamran, and she does this whole little sphere type thing, and then she gets him, buys him time to get him out of the situation, and they both get out clean from the situation. And like, but I just thought, oh my god, Kamran's gonna die. And like, apparently in the comic books, Kamran is more of an antagonist. He's not even a villain, he's just an antagonist. He works for this he's like a henchman for, I can't remember what the villain is called, but like, yeah, so like, there have been complaints about the pacing of the show, and I think a lot of people's complaints about the partition episode was that they're going back and forth. There wasn't a lot of like, I honestly felt like we could have developed the family history of like the grandmother, Kamala's grandmother, and then they could have spent more time in Karachi. I would have loved to have seen that. I still would like to know. I think there's plenty of material for a season 2. I honestly think this show could go on and see her through college and stuff. One thing, I don't know if I've mentioned it before in my other reviews, but it's very clear that Kamala has ADHD. The way that it's shot, the way that she can't focus on stuff. She's got hyperfixations of, like superheroes are her hyperfixation. She's very active. She's like daydreaming all the time and stuff. It's just very ADHD vibes. Like, where are you gonna see a disabled brown Muslim girl getting to have 3 love interests, Kamran, Karim, and Bruno, and like having her, like, daughter of immigrants lifestyle like normalized and stuff? You just don't see it. And I get, there was this post, they were talking about how the MCU is the McDonald's of cinema, and like, I get the mouse is not a good company. It's a corporation at the end of the day. But I feel like Ms. Marvel goes a long way towards normalizing brown Muslim families in general. I would like to see more black Muslims, because like in the Ms. Marvel show, we only have Taisha, which is Amir's wife. And I think she had reverted to Islam. That's what they call converts. The reverts. And so, like, I would like to see more black Muslims. I don't know. I just love this show so much. And I'm already at 14 minutes. This is such a long review. Oh my gosh, please go watch the show. Get your friends to watch the show. It needs more fans. We need to get a second, third, fourth, fifth season. And I can't wait for the Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see more about Monica Rambeau. I'm probably going to do an episode by episode review of WandaVision, or maybe just a review of the whole show. I don't know. I haven't decided. Let me know if you'd watch that. Because in light of the Doctor Strange and the multitude of madness, multiverse of madness, sorry. There's some things that I would like to talk about. And I really wish I had done reviews when it first came out. But anyways, I can still do it. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.